When was the last time you looked up? I mean, really looked up, past the streetlights, past the glowing signs, past the haze that hangs over our busy lives. When did you last let your eyes search for something more than the next notification on your screen? This city was famous for its lights. People came from all over just to see the skyline blaze against the night. It was a symphony of neon, a testament to human ingenuity. But in our quest to build a city that never slept, we created a city that never dreamed. The lights were so bright, so relentlessly dazzling, that the stars simply disappeared. The sky became a faded, washed-out canvas, a tired backdrop to our endless hustle. We traded the cosmos for convenience, the infinite for the immediate. We lived under a bright city, but a tired, empty sky. In this city lived a girl named June. June was the embodiment of the city's spirit. She worked fast, she walked fast, and she thought fast. Her days were a blur of meetings, deadlines, and transit schedules. Her nights were spent scrolling, planning, and preparing for the next day's race. Wonder, that simple, childlike act of looking at the world with fresh eyes, felt like a luxury she couldn't afford. It was a forgotten language, a muscle she hadn't used in years. She was so focused on the pavement ahead that she never noticed the universe above. Then, one warm summer night, something unexpected happened. A soft hum, a flicker, and then silence. A power failure cascading through the grid turned the whole city dark. One by one, the towering buildings went black. The neon signs winked out. The streetlights died. For the first time in a generation, the city was plunged into a deep, profound darkness. An unfamiliar quiet settled over the streets, punctuated only by distant sirens and confused murmurs. At first, there was panic. People stumbled out of their apartments and into the streets, their phone flashlights cutting feeble beams through the gloom. They were worried, confused, annoyed. Their routines were broken, their connections severed. But then, as their eyes adjusted to the dark, they started to see it. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Up above, where there had only been an orange glow, was a sight they hadn't seen in years. The first real sky, pinpricks of light, then thousands, then millions, spilling across the velvet blackness like scattered diamonds. The Milky Way, a shimmering, forgotten river, flowed across the heavens. An old man, his face weathered with lines of wisdom, stood smiling softly at the spectacle. He didn't seem surprised, just content. He watched the younger faces, their jaws slack with awe, and said to no one in particular, "The sky never left. We just stopped looking." His words were simple, but they held the weight of a profound truth. Universe hadn't abandoned them. They had simply turned their backs on it. He gently pointed a frail finger upward, guiding their gazes, sharing a secret that had been hiding in plain sight all along. Standing in the crowd, June felt something shift inside her. A tightness in her chest, a knot she hadn't even realized was there, began to loosen. The deadlines, the emails, the constant pressure to be more, do more, achieve more. It all seemed to shrink under the vastness of the cosmos. The stars didn't offer answers, but they reminded her that life was bigger than her inbox. They offered a scale, a context that made her own worries feel small and manageable. A single tear traced a path down her cheek, not of sadness, but of relief. When the power finally returned, flooding the streets with familiar light and chasing the stars away. The city didn't just go back to normal. Something had changed in June. The next night, after work, she took a blanket to her small balcony. She put her phone face down, closed her laptop, and for 5 minutes, she just looked up. It became her new ritual, quiet rebellion against the tyranny of the urgent. A small act of reclaiming wonder. It started small. Her roommate noticed and joined her. Then her friends, curious about her newfound calm, started coming over for what they called star time. Soon, neighbors on adjacent balconies started doing the same. Children, captivated by the stories of the night sky, dragged their parents onto rooftops. The quiet act of looking up began to spread, a gentle wave of wonder rippling through the concrete jungle. It was a shared secret, a silent community built on a shared patch of sky. The city began to change, softly. They didn't turn off all the lights. That was impossible. But they found ways to make space for the darkness. Parks started hosting star hours, dimming their lights for an hour after sunset. Communities designated small, dark corners in their neighborhoods, creating urban oases where the sky could be seen again. It wasn't a revolution, it was an evolution. A slow, collective realization that light wasn't the only thing that mattered. The stars didn't fix every problem. The deadlines didn't disappear, and the city's pace didn't truly slow. But they returned something essential: perspective. They reminded people that they were part of something immeasurably vast and beautiful. They taught them that it was okay to pause, to breathe, to simply be. You are allowed to wonder. It's not a luxury. It's a necessity. So if your heart feels small and tired, if the weight of your world feels too heavy to bear, look up. The sky is still there, waiting for you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories.